flag and not the other. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
So basically, you want to go.
You want to choose a side and be bottom and put the red flag on the fog, I guess.
Yeah, and then it just takes like 2 moves to get there. It's just hits a rubble.
Yeah.
Okay, this is super unbalanced.
Yes.
Or wait,
You okay
is that
with?
the case? No, wait, no, that's not the case on payload. Hang on. No, you have your own flag nowadays.
Okay, because previously you were placing the opponent flag, no? Something like that? Or am
Yeah,
I wrong?
uh, right? Or was that payload? Yeah, no, wasn't that invasion? I think that was invasion, actually.
Maybe you're right, yeah, okay.
No, okay, yeah. So no, this is correct. I'm looking at it
Okay,
in the
so
app.
yeah, basically it's a symmetrical map, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, seems right.
Okay.
So nowadays you need to like get into the thing.
Yeah. So
Okay, so what's best for payload? This should be similar, right? So 16 lines on 18 lines. So the bottom is a bit better, I think. Tiny bit better. Second way to go. It might be. I guess we'll find out. I guess I'll take second and take the bottom.
okay. Ooh, so top. Okay.
Right, and I also have some defenses. Did you have any?
No. With our risk it's like a liability, I think.
Yeah, I agreed actually. So since I get second, I get a bunch, I guess. Hmm. Can't you do like funny things? Yeah, and also we need to choose flags first, right? So I'll
Yeah, so
choose
surprise, it's
first.
forest.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, so we think we might need one of these as well. I think I can sort of mess with this a little bit. No, not really. That kind of blocks it. You kind of do want to go like that though, I guess. Since you're not shooting that much. Hang on, I'm shooting that much. Do I actually want any barriers? Like, maybe I don't. Maybe I just say screw it. Maybe I want one like here somewhere. It's pretty good. Can do that. And okay, well, you can pull stuff. That's mean. So I can have we'll put them pretty defensively. Oh. We can have one there. And I guess we can have one over here as well. Actually, this seems pretty fucky. Wow, okay, yeah, this seems really nasty actually. So if I put it on the border here, you can't you can't land there. You need to like hop over it over to the sides.
Yep.
Pretty stupid. But I guess that's something we do.
That's called
And
cheating.
sorry?
That's called cheating.
Yes, cheating within the rules. Okay, yeah, I think that's my placements.
Okay. Do you still have the free move? You know, for a court model, end of our turn
I
in
believe
playground?
that's still there,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see. Mate a hall. After moving their 50 mm objective at the end of their turn, that player may move one friendly court model 5 inches
Yeah, okay.
directly toward their 50 mm objective.
Okay, okay. So good.
Yep.
Yep, race is 80.
Alrighty. Let's see. Guess we want you kinda in the middle. Hmm. Alrighty, let's see. You there, you there. And the last ones are AD.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, and okay. Can we? No, not really. Okay, so you need to pick a side. What side do we pick? Okay, we can be fairly central now, I think. So something like this. We're gonna pray the brown unit of Nashers
Okay.
with the black 13th, and I think I'm good to go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's do it. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck. Okay. What's the shooting range of the Jack?
Which one? Or do you mean the Electro Bombard?
Yeah, well, both, basically.
So the Electro Bombard can shoot 25 if I energize her and snipe it.
Okay.
The other one maxes out at 12 on the Stormblazer and range 10 on the Javelin. Oh, okay, no, that's the base. Let's see. 16, 18, 21 with the
Okay.
Javelin and 23 with the Stormblazer cannon.
Okay. Caster activate. Gonna cast Windstorm first. He's going to cast Science of Death on the big guy. And run there.
Yep.
Okay, he's on 2. Okay. Second guy is going to run and do Precision Strike. Okay. These guys are going to run. Okay, Bloodthirst guy. Going to run Arc Mode. To run, ladies are just nearby. Uh, uh, okay. Okay. This guy is running 10. This guy is running 11. Oh, sorry, I lucky penny and he's running 11.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah, so that guy got silence. Yep.
Yeah. Uh, this guy is running. This guy is running. Okay. This guy's already here. Lady is moving. Other lady. You. Are you seeing me? No. Can move a bit. Okay. Okay, here. Moving like that. Okay. Oh, whoops. Every car is running. Okay. Up to you.
Alrighty. See what we can do. So the threat on the Tarrasque is 6 plus 12. Yeah. Alright. So we went that up, we went that up. We can also do that. So, oh, okay. So we can stand behind this and shoot that guy, but you have a shield guard. So that's unfortunate. Kind of fine though. Mm. Yeah, we can start with Wolfa. He's gonna spend some focus. We're gonna electrify, I guess, this unit, the red ones. We're gonna my brain is not working. Energizer. Like so. And then we're gonna put snipe onto the yak. And Wolf himself can move up to the barrier, why not? I guess we can do the striker, gets a focus when activating. We'll go up here. So it's actually 50-50. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, no, we can play around that. So we go here. We just shoot this guy with the electro bombard.
Yeah. Number 6, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So we boost a hit. Looks like a hit. Would you like to shield guard?
Yeah, I'm shooting it.
Yeah. we're basically damage, so it's off 5. So it's 9 damage.
Okay, let me the clock. Just look at it.
Yep.
You have the you have the you have the blast to do first, maybe.
Oh yeah, I thought I couldn't hurt you. So power 10 on this guy. No, can't hurt him. Can't hurt him. No, can't do anything.
Okay. Okay. Yep, here. Up.
Yep. Alrighty. Everything's still in there. You can get a shot in there. I don't know how effective that will be. Well, maybe for him, I guess. Do we want to do things with this as well? Range 7 is starting to be pretty bad, so now. So yeah, you need to be there, so we'll take Ryan and walk to here, I guess. He'll plonk down there. You will hang out over here. Like so, you will be there. We'll do a brutal shot into number 6 with Ryan. Sorry, with Watts. So that's a 15, should be a hit.
You have the range? Sorry, you have the range?
His range 14 base, so
Ah, you
11.
see through cloud, yeah, sorry.
Yes, yes. So 15 is a hit, even with
Yeah.
concealment. So it's about 10 brutal. So it's 6 damage.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna do some repositioning. Do you wanna do this? You might. Can you boost the harpoon from the Tarrasque?
No.
No. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay. We'll just do some running then. So strat range is 11 on the Akers, correct?
Yep.
And they can't see through clouds.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Stand here. We can sort of. We can try it at least. You go like that. It was probably a bit badly positioned, so we're gonna do that instead. Then we're gonna do this guy. It's going up here.
Mm.
This guy. needs to stop here. Maybe you can flank a bit more. Seems okay. So you'll run to here. Actually, let's just put up a precision strike. Can run here. These guys will go. Actually gonna run up a bit here. Put one here. Put one here. They'll do Windweaver, all of them. Uh, uh, uh. These guys can run up here. Like that. These guys will go. Like so. And I guess these guys can go here. Mm, like that. Other side. Should be pretty good in the rubble, I guess. And these guys. Well, let's put him there. And you can just hang out over here. Everything is all right. Yeah, I think that's my turn. Let's swap it over to you.
Okay, so Windstorm's gone. Going back to 7. Think I'm gonna keep. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Charging 11 with all the infantry.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Could do something like that. Why not? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep sense of this.
Yep.
Mm. So yeah, I think we cannot do much. We're gonna have, I guess, to fit. Okay. Mm. Yep, think so. Could have this guy over there. Okay, if I want to go there, copy mod, I will need to be there. Yep, well, that's not that bad, I think. Um, yeah, the jackal is going to move there.
Yep.
Make us somewhere here.
Oh.
Okay. Uh, this guy is gonna pop Mortal Fear and run over there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Uh, oh yeah. Where is my bot? Yeah, precision strike for everyone. Before I forget and mess up somewhere. Okay. Yeah, just yeah, into this devil maybe. Even if it's not really relevant. Yeah, it's gonna do that here. Okay. Vulcar Form Master is going to move up. Yeah, I cannot go fully in the hill, so just gonna move up here and give shield guard to the jackal.
Yep.
Okay. Mhm. You have 2 inch with the jack or no? This jack is 2 inch melee or one?
He's 2 inch melee, yeah.
Okay, so I need to pay attention. Yeah, here. Fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, running over there. Okay, this guy is running here. Okay. Castle is up, he's moving here. He's fitting for sure.
Yep.
He's gonna use the slam stuff, boosting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a hit. How long? How much? 3. So like that.
Yeah, looks good.
Uh,
So
okay, so
more
this
models.
weaver, this weaver for 14.
Yeah.
So yep. Kill, guess.
Nice.
The other Storm Vein, sorry. Yeah, kill. The number 5. Kill. The banner. Kill. And I think, yep, yeah. I don't have something else. So you will be there. Yeah, you want to remove the model maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, and you KD. And you take a pot. 14, 22 to the 2.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have still? Yeah, you still have a Stone Weaver. Okay. These guys are going to use. I mean, okay. Okay. Moving there. Shooting number 8, so number 3.
Mhm.
13. It's a hit for 14. It's a kill. And your Weaver is taking AoE. Oh, you Weaver, you Storm Vein. 1 dice, I guess.
Yep.
Nothing. Rest cannot. Cannot. I can't shoot. No, I cannot shoot this one, so okay. And repo. Repo and repo. This guy is just moving slightly. And yeah, that's all. Ladies are going to move here. Mm, okay. Here. Do you see it? Yeah, you see it. Up. This guy is going to move there. This guy is even moving here. Mm, just looking. Yeah. Yeah, the guy in the middle will be the leader. Running there. Running. Okay, which one? Yeah. Same, the guy in the middle is going to be the leader. And up. I'm on someone. good here. Okay. Vanek is moving up here. Not seeing you, so okay. She's just moving up here. Okay. Arc node is moving slightly here. This guy, yeah, okay. Okay. Lady is going to move up. I think turn is done. Up to you. Don't know if it was very worth it to go for the slam, but
I mean, probably.
I don't have much to do with the focus, so
I mean, why not? No, it was not a windstorm, I thought, but
well, I mean
now
your
you're in
face.
my face,
So
so I'm
yeah,
defeated,
windstorm
so
is
it doesn't really
yeah.
matter. Okay, I'm not gonna shake that. Let's see what we upkeep. I mean, I feel like you're in my face, so we can just skip snipe, I guess. The electrify is better, but kind of want to recast it as well. We're running into some issues with no, I think we're gonna drop it actually. Drop the electrify as well. Okay. We want to allocate. It's better to have NG or NG. And also, are we playing that there? Maybe we are. Can you reach this guy? You kinda can. Yes. Okay. Well, that's decent. We want to do caster first, obviously. Do we want to allocate one to you, perhaps? I guess so. So we're allocating one to the striker here.
Okay.
So I guess you get Pathfinder. I mean, it's a plan. Let's see where it goes. We also need to feed. That's totally fine. Should try and kill that, I guess. We also need to like feed here-ish. Okay, yeah, so we need Pathfinder there. There. No, sorry, we need the precision strike from you. Which is fair. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do Wolf. He will feed.
Okay.
Sorry, we will lucky penny him as well.
Okay.
If that's fine. Then we will cast some spells. So we're supposed to charge this guy. We'll cast Electrify on the Storm Guards there, and we'll move here and cast Positive Charge on this heavy as well.
Okay.
Camping 1. And that's that. Actually, could you have done fun and interesting things here? Like you could have... No. Probably not, I think. Okay. That's well at the moment, right? So let's ignore that. You just want to go up and precision strike, I guess. So that's what he will do. He'll walk here and precision strike. I think we're doing the striker to the right. Actually, no. Let's do the legionnaire officer to the left here.
Okay.
He will put Deathly Strike on the green dudes, and then he will charge this guy. Like this. So he's charging number 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in positive charge. So he's math 9, so it's a hit. Power 16.
-4.
-4 is
Yeah,
tough check. So it's an electro leap into number 3. That's let's see, there should be a flag. No, you're outside of the flag. Okay, it's about 10, so that's a 20, which is what you are. So that's fine. We're gonna shoot the jack, because why not? That's a hit. Power. That's also not the thing there. So about 12.
-8. So 1
1
damage.
to the 2. Okay, that's it. That's good. Next is the striker to the right. He will get a focus for activating within 3 of stuff. He's then gonna charge the Siege Tarrasque. We're gonna charge like this, I think.
You see through.
He has a true sight head, so he does actually.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to. Well, okay, we can contact that guy.
You have Pathfinder?
He's getting the Pathfinder card.
Okay.
Yes. Kind of want lag up in here, but I mean, screw it, I guess. You're actually too far away. Okay. Yeah, let's do it like that. So he charges to here. Cost him 1 for charging. Let's do charge. Careful recon is used. So no more cards this turn. Let's do the charge attack with the power fist. That should be a hit. Power is 18. You're at 21.
You won. Yeah, -3.
Yeah. So 6 to the 2. We have some shots which will like tickle him. Let's do the power fist shot onto this guy. Oh, you have a dude there. Whatever. So yeah, that's a hit. That's an 11.
It's a miss if it's them. If it's him.
What? You're 11, right?
No, 12. I'm 12 with the
Oh,
Axer.
you're an Axer. Okay, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was a Lasher. Yeah, you're totally right. And then we have an Electro Bombard. We're gonna shoot it into the Siege Tarrasque, I guess. Why not? I guess you don't get the plus. So that's a hit. You want to shoot right
Chigarro.
there? Sure. Power 15. That's nothing.
My.
And blast damage. Well, I guess I can roll it. So do we have any flags here? No, they're too far away. So POW 10 on number 2.
Mhm.
That's a 20. That's 2.
One. One.
Oh, 1. Okay, yeah. No, but you're 6. Oh, yeah. Right, that's right. And on number 3, that's 2.
2.
Okay. Then we're gonna buy an attack onto the Siege Trask, which hits. We're off 3, so 5 damage. And we're gonna do it again. Hits and crits, and 3 to the 3 damage. All right. Then we're gonna charge with the Stormguard Legionnaires. We're charging this guy. So we're going something like this, I guess. Yeah, charging to here. Try and fit a whole lot of guys inside the 3-inch bubble. Should be fine. Something like that. And let's go with, let's see, number 4 into the Siege Trask. Hits. And we are now POW 17, should be. And that's taking into account Mortal Fear.
Okay, I would have taken into my armor if you want, or as you want.
Okay. Do that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, then
23
I'm
now.
19.
Yeah,
19
I'm
was
23.
23, so -4. And so that's 2 damage. Let's go number 3 into the Siege Trask. That's a hit. And -4, so 8. Cool. And then we have a couple into the Arc Node, I guess. Or if we want to keep the Keeper. No, let's take number 2 into the Arc Node. And that's a hit. So this is also POW 19.
So -1.
-1. We get an extra dice because you happen to be a Warjack, which is a poor choice. Let's do number 5 into the same one. So we're mat 8, so that's a 12.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, put your shot rate.
Yeah. And so off 1 kills it. Cool. And then we just have the charging model into the Keeper left. 13 is a hit. And now we're POWs 19 versus 23.
-4. Yeah.
Yeah. So tough check.
Tough. So take the clock. What do we do? Oh no, yeah, you're this guy. Okay, so cannot do shit basically.
You can kill other guy.
Yeah, that's all. But I cannot have some funky movement. Okay, on number 1. And nothing. Okay.
Okay. Boo, I wanted to trigger my feet in my own turn.
Yeah, right.
Alright. So, okay, I guess these guys can't really get too much. We can get to there, and then we can place it on over there, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. Those are pretty tanky. Oh, that's a mistake, but sure, it's fine. Are all of you guys just gonna charge that Keeper and hopefully kill him? I guess so. Let's do these Legionnaires, charging the Keeper. You don't. Okay, actually, we don't do that. You guys don't get that stuff. Do it like this. We can start with the flag into the Keeper. Hits, POW 14. Top check.
No.
Cool. Guess they're done. can you do anything? No, you have to run, so you will. So we do it like that. Cool. I guess we try and murder these guys then. That's the only one engaged. You can stand up and shoot a bit first. He has already shield guarded. Okay, so let's take the other striker. He's gonna forfeit his movement to stand up. He's gonna get a focus. And we're gonna throw some stuff at you, I guess. Yeah, why not? So you're in melee, so this guy, we're gonna throw a spear on number 2 here.
Number 2, this one, okay.
Axer, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a hit. We're gonna boost damage. This is a power 15.
Minus 4.
So tough check.
Tough.
Cool. And then we have a storm laser cannon. Might as well shoot number. Actually, let's shoot the yak. That's a hit. We're gonna boost damage. It's about 12 only, so like off 8.
Minus 8.
Oh,
6.
6 to the tree. We can charge something like this. Okay, we have a bunch of other guys. And you guys. You guys are fun. And actually, maybe you're not. Okay, maybe you are. Okay. Maybe some issue there, I guess. We can charge like this. And let's see, you are threatening to score that, so we at least need to do that. Do I need to get a guy in here? Is the question, I guess. So I guess you could charge like this. And then you go like that. Or like that. But then we have no one unlocking this shit, I guess, which is bad. Okay, we can like do you guys unlocking, I guess. So yeah, I think we wanna do that. So this guy will charge the jackal, or actually we don't need to push it that far, I think. Maybe we do wanna push it that far. Would be nice. Getting this far actually. That looks harder. I don't think I can. Nah. We're gonna be satisfied like that, so which means we're gonna charge to here.
Okay.
This guy charges, he's contesting. And I guess we will try and hang out in the fate as far as we can. We're kind of fucking with that now, but that's alright, I think. Something like this. So we have 3 charges into the jackal. Let's start with number 3.
Number 4 doesn't have charges. He was engaged.
Oh, my bad, yes. He totally was. So number 3 actually misses. And
Yep.
number 2 hits. It's about 12 only.
Minus 8. 4 to the 6.
4 to 6. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you good
charge
here?
shoot. Yeah, we're good here if we move the Stormwind first, which we will. So he's just gonna say, I'm a Windweaver, and like run to here. Or does he want to be like here? Here's probably better. Actually, it's probably not. I think we want to be like pretty close to this guy still. Here, maybe? Sure. Do that. Then we will charge with the Legionnaires.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to have one outside of feet. That's fine. They go like this. Number 7 charge. That's a hit. Power 15. 7 to the 1. Number
Okay.
10 hits. 2 to the 1. Number 9 hits because
Miss.
you don't have a movement, right? So
Oh, I'm moving out there. Okay.
yeah, and that should be
I'm
a
dead.
kill.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we have 2 units here. You have you guys as well. You're engaging 2 of those. And 2 of those, but you're kind of blocked. So I think we want to do the blue unit here. We're gonna charge with them. So 15 is gonna charge to here.
Okay.
Just in the cloud for fun. So 13 and 12 are not gonna get charge attacks.
Yep. Okay.
You're coming in there. I might put some guy. Actually, we want positive charge, of course. Just a little reach there. We can put you. We need some more on this guy, I guess. Like so, and these 2 guys just more or less remain here. Okay. Actually, he will be right there. Okay. So let's do the non-charges first. So number 12 into number 1, starting with the sword. Hits. It's power 14. You're at 20. So off 6. Okay, 5 damage. Cool, cool. Electroleap into his body. That's at pot 12 now, so it's 1 damage. Let's do a shield into him. Hits, power 12, nothing. Number 13 with a sword into number 1.
Hits.
Hits. And so 6 is 3, so tough roll actually.
Yeah. No tough.
Electroleap into number 3. No damage. Then we have a bunch of charges, so let's start with number 14 into number 3. Hits, power 14 of 6 is 3 damage. We're gonna get an Electroleap into number 1 here. Exer. So that's a pot 12. Your Exer is a 2 damage here. Let's do number 15 into the Nash here as well. Hits. These are charges, right? So of 6 is 3 more. Another Electroleap into this guy. Oh. So that's a 12 of 7 is 4 more damage into number 1 Xer. Alright. You don't have a reach there, which is sad, so the flag is gonna go into the Nasher as well. That's a hit. 14. Actually,
Nothing.
nothing. Electrolyte into this guy.
Yes.
Nothing. That's sad, but okay. We have number 11 into the Xer here. He hits. Power 14.
21, so -7, so 3.
Yeah. Electroleap into the keeper, which we probably can't hurt, and then the shield into number 3. Misses. Okay. Well, so you can deny me charge on one guy at least. Let's see where that is. I cannot charge through that guy. Okay, that's an issue, but we might as well just do it like this, I guess. Or like this. Maybe that's a better angle. We get both of them anyhow. So number 6 doesn't get a charge. We do want positive charge though, which we have here. So we want to be closer to that one. Yeah, something like this. Number 6 is charging the Nasher, let's say. Sorry, number 9 is charging the Nasher. Number 6 also can't only hit the Nasher, but we'll go here because it doesn't charge. Let's go with these guys. We can get into that aura, which is nice. It can be right there. Actually, we want to contest that one. So let's jump in there. So you don't have a positive charge. You will though. You'll be there. And this guy is staying up here, I guess. Oh, and the flag as well. So let's. I mean, you can get it here, but then you can only hit.
Yeah, you cannot see number.
No, that's true. I mean, we can hang out here and have the positive charge. These are the ones with the Deathly Strike as well. I mean, yeah, just you can be here. All right, so non-charges first from number 6 into the number 3 Nasher with the sword. That's a hit. You have Grievous. It's a power 14. No damage. We will Electroleap number 1 Xer. So no damage. We'll do the shield as well. Why not? Hits power 12. Nothing.
Yes.
Then we take charging number 9 with a sword on the Nasher. Hits. That's a kill, no tough. And Electroleap into number 1. Nothing. That's him. Then we go to number 7, charge attack into the Xer, number 1.
Okay.
Hits, power 14. That's a kill, no tough. Electroleap into this guy. That's
Nothing.
22, so nothing. Then it's just you two guys. I guess we ignore the keeper. So number 8 into the Xer. Hits. 14. Is it
Nothing.
off 7? 2 damage?
Oh, on this one? Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 damage.
Let's ignore the electrolypse as well. And let's do the final guy into Xer number 3. Hits and kills. Cool. So that's all the Deathly Strike. Doesn't matter anymore. And I don't. Oh, actually, yeah, Black 13th as well. Let's see what we can do. That's pretty evil, yes. So I guess I approve. And you can just go into that one, I guess. Sure. I mean, you don't have to be that far up. You're in that, so you can. I mean, that's fine. So Watts is the one walking here, and this to just go up like this. Let's start with Glover. He's gonna shoot brutal into this guy. Grenasher number 6.
Okay.
He hits. So power is 12. So off 8.
-8. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. We'll do it again.
Miss.
No, that's probably a hit because I have
Oh,
prey
yeah,
on
yeah,
you.
the prey. Yeah, it's the prey.
And off 8 is 7 damage. Kinda good.
Okay.
Then we do Ryan, shooting brutal into the same guy. Hits.
Miss this time, maybe? No?
No, I'm
What's
ret
your
9. Ret 9.
Yeah, okay, hit. Yeah.
Forces a tough check.
No.
No. Shoots her second shot into number 4 with a brutal. Hit of 8 is 5 damage. And finally, we have Watts into number 4 as well with a brutal shot.
Okay.
He hits. And 5 more, so tough check.
No.
Okay. Then we will do some repositioning. Make sure we like actually score this thing. Like so. And then we are done. Cool. So I score a 40 and my 50. And then so I scored 2 points, right?
Yeah.
And then I get to move 4 inches. Is that right? Is that how this is played? 3 inches plus 1 for each other 40 or 50 millimeter secured. Yes. So we move up. I need to unpin. So we move it 4. Now we try to get there. Do I want something? We should be fine, right? Let's go up there. And yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much game because I can't kill that, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
You can't?
Oh, I can. I can just kill that, basically.
Oh,
Or,
okay. I see what you're
yeah,
saying.
you see my point. Uh, yeah, I will require everything, basically, I think, to kill it. And that's pretty much it. Well, I will score my 2 objectives, but that's all. And next turn, you're gonna kill everything. Yeah, I was hoping to tank a bit more, but apparently not. No, yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that true sight had seeing through the clouds and being able to
yeah,
charge the
yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
risk.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. And then yeah, these guys can just punch him up real good as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I felt a bit worried there, a bit, when you like feated and got the running gauge, because I kinda didn't think about it really. But still,
No, yeah, the positive charge is making it a bit weird, a bit hard.
yeah, and precision strike allows me to get a
Yeah.
few charges as well, at least.
Yep. 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 Yeah. I don't know what how you would have played it.
Hmm. Mm, I don't know. I think I wouldn't have gone in this turn. I think I
Yeah,
would
on
have
the
waited one turn.
Yeah, all the feet for one more turn.
Exactly. So then I get to choose, like, basically, do I do what you did now and like come to you and like contest all the stuff and feet, and then you can feed into my feet. I think I can't really do that. That's probably not good for me. So
Yeah, you might be
but
right.
so then you like have a turn to do something more, like might
Yeah,
slam something else, and yeah.
I hesitate to do it, to just wait. Yeah, should have done that, I think.
Yeah, so I think you're much better off like trying to feed for a scenario push. So I try to avoid feeding before the scenario is active with Horisk.
Yeah. Hey, okay.
And that will allow me to like misplay the situation as well. Um, so yeah, I think that's what I first and foremost the thing I would have done. How do you find the Tarask?
Against you should have been good, but uh, or at least you need to prioritize to kill it. No, it's really dependent on the matchup, I guess.
Yeah, for
It,
sure. I feel
it,
it's so much undead and stuff now.
is okay. So, if there is no living stuff, you just throw it away, and I guess just sacrifice him for during the fifth turn. Like, but I'm not sure yet if I want to play him or not. I guess against something like, yeah, Wolf or Calder is good.
Yeah, and I mean that's a thing, I guess. I think Storm Legion is gonna be pretty common.
Yeah. I think I've played them 4 times this weekend.
Right.
So yeah, but I didn't really like the Gargast.
No?
Uh, Maelstrom can kill it pretty easily. So
Oh,
and
in melee or like in shooting?
both basically, both.
Okay.
But yeah, basically I play Wolf's Maelstrom, Calder Maelstrom, and Sparkhammer Maelstrom. Sparkhammer Maelstrom doesn't care about you not in range. He just run and jackhammer you to death. So yeah, that's a bit hard.
I mean, isn't this charge threat the same as the Jackhammer threat with mobility? But I guess you get more attacks out of Jackhammer,
Yeah, no,
less
it
melee
charge from.
attacks.
Yeah, he charge, he kill some stuff, he jackhammer into your colossal. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think, and even the problem with Garrus I have is like, okay, during the fit you get ignored basically most of the time, and the turn after you pretty squishy.
yeah. And that
So
threats you.
yeah, because yeah, Wolf doesn't outthreat you, but Wolf played I guess a bit behind for the fit turn.
Exactly. I think Wolf wants to feed into your feet. I mean, Calder does as well, or just backs off. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
she
Wolf can
doesn't
punch stuff.
exactly. If yeah, well, it was mainly first time I played a Storm Legion matchup this weekend, so yeah, I guess it take a bit time to see what's working or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. Quick question. Do you think I was thinking about this at some point? Carnage might have been better now than Saints of Death?
You know, that's a hard one. Um, that's really hard because you kind of want Windstorm, right? Because I shoot a bit at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Uh, like at least for your non-feat turns. But maybe that's not where this game is decided, to be honest.
Yeah, yes, but I give you, I just, let's say, be annoying, or decreasing your option of shooting. But
Yeah, I mean, it feels so weird to not take Windstorm in this matchup, but I think both Silence of Death and Carnage might be higher priorities. Although I don't know, like where would Carnage have helped you? It's like on this turn you can kill a lot of
yeah,
mobs.
no, it's on this turn instead of 6 you hit on 4, and I guess it's way better
Yeah,
because 6 you're gonna miss 4 almost never.
that's true.
So you can use your reroll like to, I don't know, kill a jack with less stuff, for example.
Yeah, but then you kind of have to play more cagey the other turns before you feat.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
So don't know.
I don't know, but you really kind of want the Silence of Death as well to work around the.
But
Or well,
I
wait. No, is it
no,
doesn't
because I have
Exer RFP anyway?
the Axar are snacking, so they don't need it,
Yeah, that's true. And you
and
can't
I
put it
cannot.
on the
Yeah,
Nashers.
I can put Saints of Death on Jackal.
No, okay, no, definitely take Carnage then. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's better.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I just see your fit. I say, yeah, we'll take Saints of Death just after. I say, yeah, might not be the smartest choice. Uh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but no, we learned that. So
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
yeah, holding the fit would have been better. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Not going in top of 2 is probably better. So you at least then I kind of have to stay away or just try to pressure you. And
Yeah, because you're not charging far.
no,
You're
I'm
not
not charging
charging
that
like
far.
you basically have the same charge range than me.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can feat and score at least 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for the game anyway.
thank you too, buddy.
Yeah. See you, man.
Yeah, see ya. Bye bye. Okay, that happened.
Sounded like you got harassed. Is that what happened?
No, well, I don't know what you mean by got harassed, but I
Well,
killed harassed as.
basically like feeded and sumo pushed into the zone, and you couldn't clear enough to score.
Oh no, we were probably discussing what he should have done. So he feated the top of 2, so he didn't score anything. So we're playing payload, and then I counter-feated with Wolfa and just killed half his army basically, and scored 2. So it was kind of over.
Oh, so he feeded basically potentially too early.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were discussing anyway. In my opinion, it's too early because you ideally want to score on the turn. You commit on feet with Horsk.
Yeah,
In my
you never want to go half defeat and then not score anything, and then your opponent just gets like either back up or just like, I don't have to interact with you this turn. Then that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Hursk, don't get me wrong, Hursk he is very good, but yeah, on like he is much better on more live scenarios. Like if you can basically wait him out or not lose on the turn that he feats and commits into the scenario, then you're probably winning that game more often than not, anyways.
yeah, for sure. I also feel it's very strong. Um, I think the new Steamroller kind of fits in pretty well because there's a
Yeah,
lot of live scenarios.
yeah. Like if you play him on color guard, you're like, well, this game is gonna suck. Like you play him on color guard, you play him on trench warfare. A lot of those, like not so much on like best laid plans or obviously payload. Any of those are more of a, or I guess less of an issue, because you're only scoring like a max of typically like 2 to 3 points a turn, anyways.
Yeah, except when you score the payload, but you can have defeat before that, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of an inkling of like on payload, you don't actually play the scenario. Or at least that's what I've been doing as of late.
Oh.
Like you don't ever move the 50 mil, or you don't
Ah,
ever. So if you just score it, you're every turn. If you can basically feasibly score it every turn, and your opponent gets to score theirs every other turn, you're basically getting up on scenario from them anyways. Whether they and even if they do score it, you're still only potentially down by like 1 CP, and now they lose their 50 mil. So, like, I do think the best way of playing payload is to not play the scenario.
that's very interesting. And yes, I kind of agree, actually. Since the payoff is not that great anymore when they lowered it to 3 points.
Yeah, like you just basically choose not to move your 50 mil every time you score it, and now it's in a super awkward place for your opponent to contest it. You know, uh, regularly anyways. Like they might be able to contest it once, but they're not going to be able to contest it, well, unless they are throwing away stuff every turn to contest it.
Yeah, that's very interesting because there's like, if you're going second, there's like 6 points in that objective if you play the long game and don't move it.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you never move it, and then like I said, now your opponent has to like basically run to contest multiple times after that, and you're just throwing away activations to contest. And even if they do, contest it once or twice, even and then by some, and also if they even score their own payload, like you're not going to lose the game if they score the payload, if you're potentially, because you should theoretically be up on scenario points on them, if they score the payload. So now it's like, okay, maybe they're ahead of you by 1 or 2 now. If you score back another 2, now it's even again. But now they can pretty much only ever score maybe 2 on you because they can score the 40 mils. And then, but now you have potential of scoring 3.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's very, very good. And you force them to make inoptimal attrition plays.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, that is, in my opinion, the the proper way to play payload is to not play payload.
I very much agree with that, actually. Like if you start moving it to score, the only way, or the only time that's actually viable, thinking about it, is like if you're already winning super hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like if your opponent cannot contest anyways, if you move it forward, then you might as well move it forward. But the game has pretty much already been decided at that point anyways. So now you're just basically points farming to points farm, which is all you're really doing. If you've already collapsed an entire flank of the table, then yeah, the game is probably all done anyways. All you have to do is just basically, and even like I said, if they start moving their objective too, it makes it easier for you to obviously contest theirs while also like being able to score the 40s. And then it also makes it potentially easier for you to even score theirs at some point because now they're moving it towards you. And you're like, okay, well, I like to score yours at least once, and I get to push it backwards. Like,
True,
that's
and you can still use your own objective, like move it 0.1 inches or something as a Repo 5 for one of your cohorts.
yeah, exactly. You could, yeah, like I said, move it, and like I said, because most people don't realize that it's a May ability.
Yeah, and it's also up to, so you can just move it.
Yeah,
Nothing, basically, but still move it.
I don't have to if I don't want to.
Nope.
Yeah. But it's an interesting predicament, as far as. But I think and there's even a couple like that scenario is pretty dead. I mean, obviously, best laid plans can be pretty dead.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah, can be pretty dead. Like I haven't quite figured figure that one out yet because there's so many different combinations of obviously what happens if the 50s go away, what happens if the 40s go away. Like the caches are typically like whatever, like I'll score the cache when I want to, but it's not like I have to commit hard to that.
No, it's just like one. You just scored once, so like to get the other side, if the 50s go away, like claim the 40 mils is much more important.
Yeah. Well, and the fact you can score for both 40 mils with one unit, so it's also like you can't afford to allow that to happen because now like your opponent doesn't have to commit much to score 2 points there.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot lose that flank. That's basically the game.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, my personal favorite scenario was Trench Warfare. Like I think that scenario was so fun to play.
Same. I really like it as well.
Yeah.
The best part, nothing is moving.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is moving. Like I cannot tell you how many times I have like forgotten like which 50 mil is mine, so I'm not getting concealed like cover and blast resistance. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting cover here. Wait, no, I'm not, because this one's yours. Like,
Yeah,
God damn it.
very true. I think I've done the same thing.
Yeah. Like, oh wait. Yeah, doesn't work because this one's not mine. But yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I think it's like the best scenario in the packet. Like I strongly dislike Color Guard just because I think it's, again, even in testing, was like very unbalanced. I think it still is pretty unbalanced.
Yes, color guard is definitely unbalanced. It's very like the terrain is very impactful, and it's also very unbalanced.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for the turn 1 player not to score 5 or 6 points on turn 3.
Exactly. Like since you don't need to, you don't ever have to like contest the flags as the first player, and you usually like have a really easy time scoring them as well because the second player wanna score them, so he doesn't. So you have to like plan ahead to, like several turns or like one move, I guess, with the scenario terrain.
I wanted it to be the second player because I think it's also like there's a huge advantage to the first player being able to select the next terrain objective first. Like that's also just hugely impactful because you can block player 2's obviously where they can go with their terrain objective if you think about it ahead of time.
Yeah, that's
So
very true.
like it's like there is huge like every advantage on player 1 in that scenario. Guys, if player 2 was able to choose the new train objective first, it may be slightly less abusive, but it's so incredibly. The only way I think player 2 somehow survives that turn is if you're somehow able to grab the cash from the player 2 from player 1 on turn 3. But if you can't, like you're done.
Yeah.
Like there's, it's so hard to play, especially if you're playing against an opponent that out threats you and they go first on color guard. Like you are going to have a very, very bad time.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably my least favorite scenario in the pack. Maybe best laid plans because of the random element, but when I tested it, it's not that bad. Like it's just you can adapt to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not super live either, so that makes it kind of fine. You just play Warmachine basically.
Yeah, you're basically just playing attrition, and then you figure it out from there. As far as like, all right, eventually your opponent can't contest because they don't have enough models left, and the game ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you win on attrition. You don't win on scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you're technically winning on a scenario, but yeah, like you're technically attrition is basically how you win that game. You just
Because
you
let's say
better.
the 50 disappear, the 50mm disappear, and you're like, okay, there is like 1 or 2 points to score every turn, so you're not gonna like make a
Yeah.
huge gap on scenario, so you're gonna
Well,
just
the
win
worst thing,
because
the worst thing that can happen is the 40 mils go away. Like that's the worst thing. When those go away, you're like, well, this game now is just awful.
Yeah, you basically play on half the table, and you have two objectives, like two objectives in the middle, one each that's not really contestable, and then two caches.
Yeah, like the scenario is just completely and totally dead at that point. You're like, all right, I'm gonna token score just so I don't actually lose the game, and then I'm just gonna basically just shoot you to death or just kind of force you, to buy out threat you. I'm just gonna basically just keep shaving every turn until I have more models than you have less. Like, yeah, it's a really uninspiring scenario to play.
Yeah,
But you gotta have one of those in every packet, unfortunately.
I guess you do. I don't know.
I would much rather play that scenario than I would than play color guard.
Yeah, me too. Because it's not like, yeah. Totally. At least you have a game of like Warmachine. You can play attrition and just.
Yeah. How do you feel
Yeah.
about how do you feel about new two fronts?
That's
I mean,
okay.
I feel it haven't changed really.
Yeah. But terrain in the middle for the fly is a bit impactful, but the rest is okay.
Yeah, the terrain. Well, depending on the table setup, yeah, like that terrain objective opposed to a flag can be so much more of an issue, just because now like you could have like potentially one model or potentially two models double scoring the same objective, because you have this terrain objective plus the 40 or 50.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's somewhat kind of like the same in the regard of like contesting and whatnot. And if it's a solid piece of terrain, like if it's a house, not so bad. But if it's again like a cloud or forest or something like that, it can be a big pain in the ass too to have to contest that. Or even I found the worst one is like a hill. Like if it's a hill, you're like, God damn, this is this is not the game I play.
Yeah, I agree. I feel it's as bad as it was last year, basically, if not worse, depending on the terrain.
Yeah.
It became more terrain dependent, which is, I don't know, not positive in my opinion. And nothing happened to the like. I think it's the first player that should have that flag, to be honest, because then it would that would like balance the scenario out.
Yeah, but I think anyway the guy winning the dice roll at the start of the game should either choose a side or choose the if he start or be second, not both. It's a bit too strong.
Yeah. Like, well, going second on that scenario is almost guarantee, unless you have like a really specific game plan or a specific matchup you're trying to exploit. But between going second on that scenario is almost always 100% certainty, and then color guard is almost always 100% certainty going first.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I do think that, because I haven't looked at the actual stats on color guard, but I feel like in most situations that game is decided by who goes first.
But something could change with color guard is just no obligation to move the flag.
What do you mean?
But to move your opponent flag, because at some point you have like some silly stuff. You just have one one terrain element left. It's very not suitable for you, but you need to put the flag over there. You see my point?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
It's not changed everything, but at least because I've played this weekend, I think was the first game, and I've lost. I was ahead on attrition, and I lost on scenario because at the end, both flag were basically in his deployment zone.
I mean, of all the color gun games I've played, I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 of them that have actually gone past turn 3.
Oh, okay,
Like,
no, yeah, we end up turn 6, so that's why.
I don't normally, color guard does not make it usually to turn 4 or 5, typically for me, anyways. Just because like it can be so incredibly if the player one plays it well, that they're almost guaranteed scoring, like I said, 5 to 6 points in one turn, easily.
Yeah.
I played a game yesterday against a Portuguese guy that I played Jalam, and it was like I got to go first with Jalam. And I was like, well, this is going to be super unfortunate for you. And yeah, like Jalam feats the turn he scores 6, and then my whole army is in the entire scenario. I was like, there's no way you can come back from that. Like, it's just you have no shot. Like he was playing Denny 3, and I just jammed 2 units of cats and an Arcanon to into Denny, so Denny couldn't charge anything. Threw my caster up there to feed on pretty much everything, and then yeah, had the rest of my army in this objective trees of terrain. And like, you've got to have something incredibly powerful to be able to fight through that and not lose the game on the spot.
Yeah, them.
Yeah, like defense. I mean, as I'm sure you guys have already figured out, like defensive feats are king, even more so now than they were in the last packet. Like they were really good. They were really good in the last packet. They are incredibly good in this packet.
They are for sure.
Like Zadaroth, like an absolute nightmare now.
Yeah, I think Akers is so incredibly powerful in this scenario packet.
Yeah, like Zadaroth is incredibly gross.
Yeah, and I guess there's a reason why everyone's playing Calder as well.
Yeah, I mean Calder for me it's a little different. I do really like Calder. Like obviously she's really fast. She hits really hard. Like the +2 defense is more easily mitigated than a lot of other armies, or it can be mitigated with a lot of our armies because Carnage exists in a lot of places and things of that nature. And they also are like living models, so like Carnivore works against them, and there are a few other things you can do to them that other armies with similar things can't do because of like Zadaroth or things like that. But like Calder also like she threats what like 13 to 15 inches across the table with Crusader's Call, and like yeah, like you're gonna get punched in the face, and you're gonna get punched hard.
Yep.
That's also like what we talked about. Playing Calder on Color Guard is not fun. I got to play against Assyria on Color Guard a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be awful. It's like this caster still exists. This is gonna suck.
Exactly. No one expects the Assyria anymore.
Yeah, it was Assyria. I lost the roll to go first, and I was like, this game just got incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, it'll be an interesting year to see how these scenarios shake out. But I fully expect Color Guard to be the scenario that most cons are not going to play.
That's a fair assumption, I think.
Yeah, especially it has to be round 1. because you have to set up the terrain, obviously, because once the terrain starts moving around after like round one, like that scenario becomes so unbalanced even more so fast if you have players moving around the terrain pieces as they put the scenario on.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
played twice this weekend, Color Guard. Yeah, one of the first game of the Belgian Master, and maybe one on the Sunday or something like that.
yeah. I mean, if you play it later in the tournament, it actually becomes more balanced because it's the second player that gets an advantage from choosing side, right? But no, I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you're able to like map out the how the objector are going to like swap or where it gets stuck at, and how fast you can get the objective stuck, which is helpful. But that's also one of those things too where I don't know how well like your round timers are and whatnot, but here like our round timers are very strict. So they're not giving you the time to look at both sides of the table and literally map out like where the objective's going from where to where to where to where to where. You don't have the time really to do that, or you're basing a round timer.
no,
Okay.
yeah, no. On Sunday yeah, we had some time, but it was like more fun tournament because it was not the invitational, and but for the qualifier it was pretty strict.
Yeah. I'm curious how that's going to work out in a 5-man team tournament. You know what I mean? Like, especially at like
Oh,
WT, if we have that for color guard that round where you have 2 people or 3 people like running on both sides of the table trying to map out all the terrain selection to see out what side of the tables are better where, while you're also trying to figure out
your
you know
master?
not,
Yeah, that's gonna be insane. Uh,
that
are
is
you
that.
coming this year, Eric?
Yep, I will be there this year.
Awesome. Looking forward to meeting you again.
Yep, I will be back. I'll be back this year. Yep. So
Great.
yeah, how many Swedish teams are there? Are there 2, 3?
There's 2 like decent and one like isolated meta that's like okay, we can be a third team if there's space.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to hear the Australians are bringing that team back too. Because
Yeah, they are 2 years in a row. Like they never
exactly.
do this.
Yeah, I know. They never come back to back years. So them coming back to field another team, like man, maybe I'll get a chance to finally play an Australian.
Yeah.
Haven't ever got to play them in person, so that'll be nice to play against some of those guys in person. And are you guys having your same team basically, Olaf? Is it basically like the Asgard team again from last year, or what?
Sort of. So we're only actually 3 from last year's team. Niklas is coming back from the year we won. And then we have a new guy. Well, Anton, who's organizing all the leagues and stuff, is actually playing with us this year.
Oh, Anton. Okay, yeah. No, I didn't play Anton in the previous year. I think JVM played Anton. The year in what was
Denmark.
it in Denmark?
Copenhagen.
Yeah. I think yeah. Anton played JVM, but we played against 2 of the 3 Swedish teams, I believe, that year.
That's funny.
Yeah, because we played you guys. We played you guys. I think the around after we played them.
That's probably right. I think we faced each other in round 3 that year.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we played you guys directly after we played Anton's team. But yeah, that man round was a crazy round. Crazy round. When we played you guys, I thought. I mean, to be fair, like that round could have gone either way. Like we had a lot of close games.
For sure. What was it, 3-2? I believe.
Yeah, it was 3-2, and I think we had one mirror. We had a mirror match, I think, in that one, right? It was Texas on Texas mirror match. So yeah, there was
Seems awful.
yeah,
Right,
Texas
right, yes.
mirror.
Justin really went for those. He had one
Yeah.
the game before as well, I believe.
Yeah. He had a lot of experience playing against the mirror, and then we also like Blake played against the other matchup he played into like in round 1. He got that same matchup where I think it was also an Infernal mirror, wasn't it? I think it might have been. I'm trying to remember.
We didn't have internals. I
Oh,
think
maybe.
Blake faced Syria.
Oh, maybe he did fight. Yeah, maybe he did play Assyria then, because like we kind of thought in our matchup, anyways, in our pairing process, that the game was going to be the round was going to fall to either who won between myself and Grelson, because we figured that Blake would win his game because he played that one. We kind of figured that Jake would win his matchup, and then it was obviously who knew what was going to happen in the mirror match, and then it was going to come down to basically like the Wolf and Harusk matchup.
Yeah.
Because that game is incredibly, very 50-50 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty like probably one of the best games of Warmachine I've probably ever played, which within myself and Grelson. That was a great game.
Awesome. He didn't feel the same, or well, he was a bit upset at himself for clocking out, basically. So
Sure, it was like I said, it was a very, very close game. Like I think the game ended like by one. I won by one control point, bottom of 7. I think. Like it was something wild, but it was
yeah,
a very, 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 very close game.
yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, Nick and I have talked about that game for for a little bit. Like we talked about it for a little bit. After that weekend, and it was like, yeah, that was. So I'm kind of surprised. So he was obviously, yeah. No one wants to ever like lose for their team, but like that's if I was gonna lose, that would be the way I'd want to do it. Like play a crazy freaking competitive game and go to bottom of 7 and just see what you can do at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the best games. Like you seldom get to that point in a game,
Yeah,
but when you do, it's great.
yeah. When you're both just literally scrambling, you're like, well, who can do the scramble drill a little better at that point? And from what he told me, what I used to beat him, he used to win at the final table.
Yeah, exactly. So he got the same matchup in the finals, and basically just played super tight on time, and just played a really good game overall, I think. And his opponent eventually timed out.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah, because he played the guy that had like the double like the jackal spam, right? Was that game? The guy had that bloodthirst jackal spam, whatever it was.
He might have done. I don't really remember the exact list of that guy, but I think there was a bunch of jackals. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember it was. I remember looking at that list like briefly. I'm like, that's interesting. I never really considered a jackal spam kind of thing, but yeah, interesting. But Orgoth is still fine. Like they're not my favorite anymore. Unfortunately, they're just. Kishtar is really fun. Have you? I saw you've been playing a little bit of Orgoth. Have you played much Kishtar?
No, not much. A couple of games. Yeah, she's very much like a leaf blower.
So I personally think, and I'm probably in the minority of this opinion, but I personally think that Kishtar is better suited for this packet than Sabrith is currently.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's just my opinion of like Sabrith is not as good in this packet as Kishtar is.
Oh, yeah, because she played less. She's not really playing the scenario properly, or
Well, it's just Sabrith. Like you typically, it's a very high risk, high reward play style, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Where
Yeah.
if what you commit doesn't get the job done, you've basically thrown away a heavy, or you've thrown away lights, or
Yeah,
you pay.
you don't have attrition power, let's say.
Yeah, you lose too much material too fast. Like she has a very big turn, and you have to basically kind of win the game on that turn by just blowing out most of your opponent's good pieces. Where Kishtar kind of does the same thing, but she can keep her army much safer than Sabrith can.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean,
What? Yeah.
she has trouble contesting effectively with the typical lists she takes.
I mean, it's you have to build something a little different, and like I played a really interesting, like pseudo kind of like, but her list design though is crazy. Like, there's so many things you can do with her because she's so versatile right now, and with her feet, affecting every model and Surefoot and.
Oh yeah, Kishtar. Yeah. I was talking about Sabbath. Sorry.
Oh
Yeah, for sure.
And you managed to deal with high armor with Kishtar? Because
Oh
usually
yeah,
it's Sabra's job.
I have beaten Harusk many times with Kishtar. The typical Harusk build, like you can kill a Garlgast with Kishtar's feet like pretty easily.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
she's a
mean,
mad like force
What typical?
multiplier with her feet.
Yeah. What typical list you're playing?
I was playing at that point. I was playing two of the Belcher Hunter Claw tyrants,
Okay.
and then the other one was like the big beefy like Shredder quad bolt thrower tyrant with Hunter.
Just a claw with the okay. So like cheap shooting stuff.
Yeah, so that basically just like kind of chips down stuff. Also, like just your main like gun to keep your opponent kind of honest. And
Yeah.
then you have like I think I had double axers and the strike reavers with the banner,
Okay.
because the strike reavers are actually really really good with her.
Yeah, that was my take as well. I also had two units of them.
Yeah, like playing one of them with her, like you just roll buckets of dice with them on her feet turn. Like,
Yeah, I was playing Rock with her. Was pretty good also.
I was originally playing rocks, but I still have an issue with rock carriers, like in the current game, where they're still a little bit too fragile, even with Surefoot on them. It's just kind of rough. Like I ended up taking them out for a second unit of Axers.
Okay.
Have more of that kind of scenario presence, and putting Surefoot on the strike reavers is so good. Like now they're def 15, potentially def 17, against charges, and they've got shield wall, and they're mat 7, rat 7 with the banner, and
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did some math. Like one unit with Silence of Death and the Fate can basically kill a Colossal.
Yeah, like it's pretty disgusting how much damage. Like, and I put them like typically either I lead with them if in some matchups, or you put them like behind the Axers and let the Axers take the brunt of the attacks, and then you've got like your strike reaver are just killing a heavy, killing basically whatever they come in contact with on feet turn, because especially if you're able to like stack in Dark Shroud as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Dark Shroud plus banner plus feet and Silence of Death. You're like, yep, just pick that thing off the table, please. It's now gone. Like I said, I had the 13-point Tyrant under Harusk's feet turn into a Garlgast between the shooting from the the gun platform, dark shrouding it, plus the banner, plus redline, and that second tyrant charging in with Claw and Belcher. They killed the Gargath with attacks to spare.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
And
insane.
basically, and what's the matchup you're using, Kishtar? Mainly?
Typically, I've used it for like into Crix.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty solid in Necrofactorum. And that's also kind of why I'm running more Axers in there than Rock Carriers, because it gives you more magic weapons to fight off like Night
Yeah.
Terrors and stuff like that. But so like it's really good there. It's still pretty solid into like Dusk and whatnot too. You kind of have the same game plan into Dusk as you had Necrofactorum. Is like you're using the Strike Reavers to like kill off all the super cheap shield guards, and then your big weapons are able to hit like their better stuff, which is like their jacks or the the multi-one infantry models or the cats or any of that kind of stuff. Like you're killing all the stupid Mechaniswarms and all those things around the things you want to shoot.
Okay.
Because
And-
those,
yeah, because I've played on way more Horus than Sabras recently. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sabras the issue is I was playing like for Jackal just for contesting or like scoring without committing anything.
and it's also really good. Like, Kishar is very good on trench warfare. You're like, oh, you're getting cover. Who cares?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yep.
I don't care. You can have cover. That's fine. And like I said, because I don't know how the meta is there, but like defenses are coming back into style
Yeah,
here as
Same,
well.
same.
a
Yeah.
lot.
So now the defenses are back. Like Hunterhead Tyrants are still very, very good in defenses.
True.
Yeah. I missed not fire group. I missed open fire with her quite a bit. Like it was really good, but Surefoot as a trade off is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Well, especially like and typically like I run her as like just upkeep bot. Like I'll take like IR, I'll take Redline, typically, or I'll take like Silence of Death, and all she
Yeah.
does for the whole game is just like cycle upkeeps.
Yes,
Um,
yes. If she can shoot something, it's nice, but that's pretty much opportunity.
Typically, if she comes forward to shoot something, she's probably gonna die. So it's like I would rather just have you be in the back, let your army do its thing, and you can pick off a few models here and there if they get separated from from the main battle line. But if you go up there and you're shooting your opponent's front line, you might be dead because she's also like between upkeeping all those spells, and if she wants to cast Fire Group, she's probably camping like one, and it's just not worth the risk of like putting her forward to have her die.
Yeah.
Because she is definitely the most frail thing in an army.
Do you ever take Inviolable Resolve and put it on her?
Yeah, like sometimes I do that, or I'll even like after like turn 3, I'll put like Surefoot onto her
Yeah, I would
afterwards.
say.
Surefoot is good as well, yeah. True.
Yeah, I'll put like Surefoot on her because IR is usually reserved for like Axers or anything you need in the front line. Especially because the one cool thing about having Surefoot and IR is like now your opponent using Blessing of the Gods, like they can't ignore both of them. So it's like, oh, I'm going to ignore Surefoot this turn. You're like, okay, fine, but now I have this like potentially armored 21 Tyrant that gets to be in the middle of the table for most of the game now that you can't really do anything with. Or even if they do kill that, then like, all right, I have this other unit on the objective you can't deal with, or so it makes it awkward for your opponent to really effectively remove your upkeeps because you have so many of them.
Yeah,
unless
true.
you're playing against like a Dusk or something like that, where they can more remove your upkeeps at will because Dusk is dumb and broken. God, I hate Dusk so much. I hate them. I hate them as a faction so much.
Me too, but that's only because I play Matthias all the time.
Yes.
Just that army just seems like they have so many frigging tools. Just so many tools, and I just get to do so much. Even Cyrafel, like I don't know what your guys' consensus of Cyrafel is, but Cyrafel is so goddamn good still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's still good.
it's really frustrating, let's say, to face off.
Yeah,
I like
Yo.
you're looking at the Spell Ward, Dev 14, 16 Jax, stuff like that. You're like Armor 21.
Yeah, and it's like a 13 or 14 point Eidolon. You're like, okay, it's Def 16, Armor 21 for 13 points. That's fun. like, cool. like, that seems fine. I don't see an issue with that at all.
Aren't they? Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, I played one game with Sabash against Sirafel, and you're like, yeah, I might have dropped the wrong list. The Spell Ward stuff is like, I cannot play into it.
Yeah, you have to play Harusk in the Cyrafel. Like you just have to. Like it's so hard for Sabret to play Cyrafel well, unless the Cyrafel player like majorly screws up. But
Yeah, I was playing on best late plan, and the 40 disappeared, so I was like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah. yeah, having basically two Spectres, they're like, oh yeah, the Spectre's like Def 17, and I have two of them that just get to do this. You're like, oh, that's super fun for you. Not so much for me. And she is still very good. I mean, Hellas obviously still very good. Moraine is friggin' bonkers.
Yes. She seems really fun to play, at least.
I played Moraine for like 2 months, basically just getting a feel for her, and because there was a chance that I would be playing Dusk for this year, and I absolutely hated everything about it. I hated everything about it. It felt like cheating. Like this caster just seems so incredibly stupid, and it's like, oh yeah, like why does mortality like have to be spammable on every caster who gets it?
Yeah, it's like her and Danny 3. Like, why? Why should you not be able to protect yourself against that shit?
yeah, like, why do you need to like you what, two of them isn't good enough? You have to like just mortality the whole table?
Yeah. It's pretty silly.
Yes.
Eh, Olaf, you don't like the Winter Cup anymore? So for you to play Storm Legion, or it's just like a phase?
I'm realistically thinking about Storm Legion. I'm trying them out, getting the feel of them, and basically researching matchups at this point. So yeah, it's pretty serious, I guess. It's a pretty serious phase.
Yeah. You just not are you kind of just burnt out of Winter Core?
No, not really. I think they're quite fun. They got some pretty bad nerfs in the update though, and but no, I mean I haven't. They're still good.
Yeah.
Sahara is kind of fun to play as well, but
Yeah.
I mean for the WTC we kind of landed on, or well I landed on like I think this is really good. I should try it out at least. So That's what I'm doing at the moment.
Pretty much how I feel about Orgoth. Like they're good. They're still good, but I've played them for 3 years, and the lists haven't changed much in 3 years. So I'm kind of just bored.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
feel,
And I mean, Horus is like the main caster as well, usually.
yeah, my concern is that is 60-70% of your matchup is Orisk. It's a bit boring.
Yeah, like it's still the same list it was like 2 years ago, right? Now
Yeah,
you
it's
have
just
all your boxes are now in the Garlgas instead of like spread over. So like it's still basically the same list, the same game plan. It's just I don't know. It's just not very fun and interactive. So I kind of wanted just moving on to something different to play basically.
yeah.
I've been having fun just kind of like bouncing around from faction to faction for a little while. I play each faction for like a couple months and see how I feel and move to the next one, see how I feel.
You stopped playing Brine Blood?
Yeah, I played Bindman for a little while and I still have everything, but yeah, they're on the docket to be played in the next couple months. I haven't played them in a little while. I'm currently, like I said, I started with Orgoth and then went to Western Reaches and then moved over to Exalted and then moved over to Signar, played Dusk, and now I'm working my way through Gravediggers.
Okay.
Yeah, they might be a thing.
I mean, they might be a thing. Like I don't know. Like I don't like. For me, I just don't like guns. I don't like gun armies. So that's another thing that just doesn't really fit my personal play style. I don't really like playing gun armies, and they are literally like gun the faction.
Yes, they only have guns, literally.
They are gun the faction. So
They're even more extreme than Wintercore. So yeah.
So I probably again won't stick with that because that's just not my thing. But they're good. Like I mean, of course they're going to be good, but I also just won't play Necrofactorum out of like just spite because after playing Scorn for years and years and years, I hate I have just a deep seated hatred for Crix. So I will never play Necrofactorum. Just can't do it.
I tried them for some games, didn't go very well. I don't think they're that good even.
I
At
mean,
the moment.
they're okay. Like I think they're just kind of like middle of the road against everything. They don't really have a lot of bad matchups, but they don't have like a lot of like good slam dunk matchups either. So
No, exactly. Like they have very kind of good stuff. Like some of their stuff is really good, but it's still like tied to like, oh no, I only threaten 11 inches. I have to get into melee to use it. Like it's not great. Is my feeling.
yeah, and their one caster that like extends their threat range is also like arguably the worst caster in their army. Like
Yeah.
Right. You have Sub-Zero, she extends the one unit to adventure.
No, you have misunderstood Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero just deletes one thing on the table, you
Yeah.
stick it away, and then you play from there.
Yeah. But the problem is when you play a Colossal, it's not really fun.
Yes.
Yeah, you typically can't play extra large bases or huge bases in Necrofactorum because they will, they just debuff it to the ground and it's just gone. See you later.
They didn't even need really to debuff it. Spellward is a bit useless against it because Sighting Touch, or you have just Calamity, I think, which is a target debuff.
It's kind of needed though. Like they only
Yeah, you
go
don't.
only in quotation marks go to power 18. But
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
actually, Maelstrom with the Sappy Fist can survive because they don't get their second attack,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah, they don't
Yep.
have like X-Blast or stuff like that for an Arcane Shield.
I mean,
No,
they
like even without Arcane Shield, they can tank it because the non-charge attack, like they die when they hit it the first time, the mechanic rolls, so they only
Yeah,
get
and
one,
also yeah, for sure.
and it's a buckler, so it helps.
yeah, exactly. Like pretty solid. I mean, the Night Terrors though are also just like even that Cavian only threats 13 inches in melee. You're like, it's not really the end of the world.
No, I like Night Terrors is probably my favorite unit in Kriegs if I were to play them. But they're also like you can deal with them. Like there's magical attacks everywhere these days.
Yeah. And like that army absolutely hates sprays. Like, we can't deal with magical sprays.
Not true.
I think like the most oppressive unit, obviously, in that whole army is like sludge trolls.
Yeah.
Like sludge trolls are so incredibly oppressive. Like,
They're very good, yeah.
like just not. You don't have the tech for them. Like you just auto lose games. You're like, well, this game got real dumb real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, Silence of Death
Yeah,
is on Orgothrak.
the balance of death exists, but it's like they also though when they explode, they should RFP themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you should not.
100%. You should not be able to explode and then just, oh no, look, I'm back. I got it better.
Yeah, I come back with one box and I get to explode again. Awesome. Like, what is this?
And I can that all turn around with one guy living.
Yeah.
Same
So,
with the fucking Dusk Shield Guards becoming ghosts, and then like, oh look, Grim returns and revive. I'm back, and I can become a ghost again.
Yeah, but at least it costs focus. It costs. Oh yeah, you have like the silly solo, but yeah, it's not like a unit reviving 3 guys per turn.
yeah, like I played Hazaroth for a while. Like after I played Makeda 2 for a bit, I played Hazaroth. I'm like, why is this caster so much fucking better than Makeda 2?
Yeah, so much.
Yeah, I was like,
Still,
this
doesn't see play, or well, maybe some play nowadays, but
Makeda. Yeah, Makeda.
it's not top 3.
Yeah, Makeda 2 will definitely see. Like, I think she is still very good. But she has a lot of drawbacks that Hazaroth just doesn't have.
Yeah,
And you're
true.
like, you play Hazaroth, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy is so much better than Makeda 2. Like, what if you gave Makeda 2 undead? So now all of the debuffs like don't hit your army, and even if somehow one of your models died, you can just revive them, which she doesn't have access to either. So once her models are dead, they're just dead. But with Hazaroth, they're not. And then also his feat of like, oh, I revived like 3 guys, and then I feat, and all of them are full health again. Like my whole army is back to being pristine.
Also, Spring Blades and Invocations of Dust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's extra annoying.
Yeah, like
Because waiting for the just no.
yeah, it is so incredibly. If you don't have the tools for Hazaroth, especially because like you can take Kruger as well. That list,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like the list I was playing had like 2 of every obviously Dreadguard model, and then was like Kruger, and then a couple random lights, and that was basically the list with some support. And Kruger just being able to like scalpel out all of the Grievous Wound models. You're like, oh, you're playing Wretches? Well, they're dead now. Oh, you're playing um the other stupid Merc solo that has Entropic Aura. Oh, he's dead now too. Like,
Mulgreth, yeah.
yeah, Kruger just kills Mulgreth, and you're like, well, there goes your tech. Now it's gone, and Now you have to deal with this stupid army that just doesn't fucking die, and if it does die, I get to bring him back to life. Yeah, it's Hazaroth is. I do think that guy will see play as well. Like he has obviously some innate issues with, say, you know, all the
With the
mortality.
food stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, like he can't play into Moraine, obviously, but
Yeah, but so yeah, your matchup is a bit dumb.
in a team environment, when you can keep him away from that stuff, God, is he powerful.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Dusk like the most broken solo core of any army. Between that officer and the sniper team, and
this
yeah.
is
And yeah, and Valis and this
Valis,
is
yeah.
and
Yeah.
this even
Yeah.
this is super good. The Kiss of Valis, like it's always nice to have.
That's the one nice thing about that now, at least into Dusk, is they have all these solos they want to take, but they can't really use them well to score anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did your list change a lot with the new package, like removing a lot of solo?
I reevaluated all of my solos. I'm like, how much do I really need this? you know, like I had a very strong look at every solo I took in every list. I'm like, how much do I really want this solo? And I think I dropped probably, I would say on average, like 2 solos out of every one of my lists, typically.
Okay.
Yeah, I took out like 2 solos out of pretty much every one of my lists, and that those 2 solos became another unit, typically.
Yeah. Okay.
I think units are even more impactful now than they were before. Like they're almost like having 4 to 5 units in every list is like a must.
Yeah, agreed. I really agree with that.
Yeah, because they are you have to have those models in order to contest with effectively, because like they're the easiest way you can contest.
Yeah.
So really getting back to like the dude machine days of all these things. Which I mean, it's fine. I'm all about it. I'm all about playing unit machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, totally fine.
they should give us back Tyron.
No, Tyron is Tyron is dead. He had his time in the sun. It's over. It's over.
Well,
He had
I'm sure Kala is not far away from it.
I don't know about that. I feel like like Tyron, if my memory serves, was way more oppressive than Calder will ever be.
I don't know. I've not played. Oh, I've played one game against Calder, so I'm not gonna have a strong opinion. But yeah, the riposte was a bit riposte plus the spear was like a bit dumb.
Yeah, well, and like a Tempest of Sailors are not nearly as bad as the Wardens.
Yeah, they're still very good, Warder.
I mean, the Sailors are still very good. Don't get me wrong. The Tempest of Sailors are still very good, but they're no Wardens.
Yeah. Dev
Gordon,
16
are we
armor
talking?
20.
What do you say, Olaf?
What are we talking about now? Which wardens?
Well, I'm talking about the
The
Warden
shadow.
Irons. Yeah, Shadow.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
The good
It-
stuff.
Yes. or close to the same power level as what it is. I don't know what like the Calder list you're playing, but the ones that I have seen were like double assailers, like double halberdiers with like single sword and board guys with the standard and
Okay, so tonight I'm gonna play the real spam it's the Niklas list, Olaf. So yeah, I think it's like a full spam of units. But
Yeah.
this weekend I played twice against Maelstrom Calder.
okay.
Two different player. Don't remember. I think Ben Beckman and don't remember who was the second one. And yeah, it's not that bad, let's say.
Yeah, Bird's Eye on a Colossal is pretty good. Especially
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
and
Maelstrom, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine, but I think it's probably the weaker version of the Calder list.
I agree. I think the infantry spam is probably the way to go. Maybe you squeeze some
yeah,
horses in there for like extra threat range, but you really just want to swarm the scenario.
yeah, I'm not surprised by your answer, Olaf.
Yeah.
It's what the guys were playing. So
Yeah. I mean, I do think Colossals kind of have their place in some lists, but I still think they are like at the most competitive level will be few and far between, just because like again like your units and your other heavies are so much more valuable in spreading the scenario and playing to those scenarios because most of the scenarios are pretty live.
Yeah, so Colossals are pretty much a scenario liability at the moment, and like an army building
yeah,
liability as well, since you
yeah,
probably want like 1 to 2 more things that can score a 50 millimeter.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I'm trying to always squeeze out Colossal because I opened the Colossal this weekend and I'm not entirely sure it's a good list, but I'm not entirely sure it's like what I want to play.
I mean, I think Horse Colossal is kind of the one you can actually go for. It's pretty cheap in itself, and you can like do 2 5-point lights. So it doesn't really cost a lot of points to get to that point where you comfortably score scenario.
yeah, exactly. That's why the Garl gas I think is more heavily played because it's 25 to 27 points like typically, where like the other the other start at like 30 and then go up from there basically. So
Yeah, the poor Mastodon is like, what is it, 31 to 34 now, and you most often you want the 34 version.
yeah, exactly. And then like I think the Maelstrom is like what like 33 I think is where like you typically play it at.
Yeah, I think so. I have seen some 31s, but they don't really make sense to me.
Yeah, so you're typically playing so you're and that's kind of where I look at it too with the Garl gas. I mean, sure, if like the Mastodon or the Maelstrom commit, they'll kill the Garl gas, but you're as long as you're able to like trade the Garl gas for the Colossal, you're still coming out ahead. Like that's the plan of like, okay, you have to commit yours to get to mine, and if you kill mine, then as long as I get to kill yours back, I'm still trading effectively there. Which is
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
what as long as your list is built to handle a maelstrom or a you know a mastodon after the fact because you're
yeah, that
gonna,
could be an issue.
I, I don't I don't really know if that is an issue. I in my memory I haven't played much of Harusk as of late, but my memory serves like Harusk armor cracking was never really lacking in Orgoth, so you should be able to.
uh, yeah. If you play the witches, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you've got witches, silence of death, potentially. Obviously, Harus can get in and do work himself as well. And then you've got Nashers that can just also just murder the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, if you take the anti-colossal hand on it as well, I guess you go up to 28. You can kind of threaten them as well.
Yeah.
28? Oh, 28 point. Okay, I was pro 28. How you do that? Okay.
Oh, no, no. And you can play this game like where your colossal like walks towards their colossal and just threatens it. And you give it shield guard, so they can't really shoot anything around your colossal, but you can shoot them. And if they trigger it, if they shoot around your colossal, they trigger the +2 speed, and then you can probably charge them. It's pretty fun.
I was playing more of the spider head than the frother head for a little while because I think I do really like the spider head quite a bit.
Yeah, I played
When
this
it's good, it's
weekend.
really good. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Quentin.
Yeah, I played this weekend. The problem is you're a bit pillow fisted. Or what? My issue was that you're not hitting that hard.
Or what are you trying to kill with it?
Some colossal.
I mean, you're like if you silence a death, it like it's POW 21, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not awful.
No, it's not awful, but could be better.
I mean, sure, it could be better.
No, because you take the other head, it's pro 23 base, and I think you're much more of threat. But yeah, when you manage to have a grab on something important, it's feel great.
Well, it's also like really good into like even in some matchups where you have and Chimera and whatnot too. Like if you can shadow bind like the lead Cav model and don't drag it in, you just like shadow bind a few things in front so they can't charge. Plus like the choking ash, you can really like stop your opponent
Yeah,
from advancing.
yeah, I've done it against Azeroth. You choking age the cat, the first cat,
Well,
and
it doesn't.
yeah.
I don't think it works. Choking ash, I don't think works on.
No, not the choking age, the Shadowbind.
Oh, shadow bind, yeah, definitely. Shadow
Yeah, no,
binding,
choking age would have been cheating.
yeah, shadow binding cats is pretty awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. Like it's also like it's so good into Chimera as well if you get that off and just like shadow bind a Vipex and then even if you can't drag it in, now you're like your barragers just kill the Vipex. You're like, oh well, that thing's super dead now. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like it's I want to like the Garlgast. I want to, but I also look at it as it's just literally a potato just scenario piece where like okay, you have to force your opponent to like actually commit to it when your opponent doesn't want to. So you eventually have to like throw it in a spot where they can't ignore it anymore, and you have to force your opponent to kill it because that's basically what you want your opponent to do every game. Is like I don't want to have this anymore. Just please commit to this.
Yeah, it's kind of, in a way, the worst colossal, and simultaneously the best, because you can trade up off of it.
Yeah. Like this thing doesn't do a whole lot for me. So like I don't want it here anymore, but I also want to make you waste like 40% of your activations killing this thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just so funny how that works. It's like this thing is only good to me if you actually hit it. so please hit this thing, please.
Please, pretty please. Yeah.
Do you want to kill it now? No. What do you want to kill it now?
Like this
And
fact, I think, makes it the most competitively viable colossal at the moment in the scenario packet, like in a scenario sense, I think.
I think we were 5 August player this weekend, and the 5 of us played Gargast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I also
Yeah. And I
played it a
think
lot.
4 of us played the Tarask.
Well,
Some
I
say
mean,
that.
you also like really need like Harusk in general really needs a decent gun, and with the bomber kind of being sidelined, so to speak, like you don't really have another one of those like super good guns. So the Garl gas kind of gives you that a little bit as well. With like the rockets are fine, but they're also incredibly like focused and efficient. But like it's what you got. So
Yeah, its shooting is very meh, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
it's
It's something.
yeah, like it'll work sometimes. Like being Rat 5 with Isla Sight, like you'll get some shit done, and it has arcing fire. So I mean, you'll get to something eventually of consequence. But yeah, like, is that its main job? No, but with Harusk rerolls and being decently effective with a rocket, that's it. But the sprays are just garbage. I hate the sprays. Like they're a giant waste of time.
Yeah, unless you can choke and Ash something important, but
the only
it's like
yeah,
they don't do
only
much.
goal,
Yeah,
only
and
goal
even
chucking Ash on.
reliably, it's not even reliably hitting anything with rat with that rat 5.
Yeah, you need
Because,
to boost if it's really important.
yeah, and then then you're not getting like your rocket pod shots, and then you're not getting your shadow bind shots because you just have to make that work, and there really isn't any way of augmenting the 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 gun stats of the Garl gas, unfortunately. At least with Harusk, anyways.
Yeah.
But you know, Orgoth is fine. They're just not exciting.
Yep. Yeah, I'm having less fun with them. Yeah.
But
I agree. Like playing Horus too much can be a bit tiresome, and he's the one you want to play when you play competitively, I guess.
Yeah,
yep.
it's boring. It's
I guess
boring to
I would
play.
I would recommend playing Kishtar because that was the only fun I actually enjoyed when I played Orgoth for a while. Like playing Kishtar because she is so different than every other Orgoth caster,
Okay.
and you
Yeah,
have
we'll
the
try. Anyway, I'm not against testing something. So yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Butcher as well.
I mean, Butcher is the mini game of like, how do I get as much work in a Butcher without just accidentally getting him killed?
Yes, that's basically the minigame. And but I mean, now that units are taken more, like I don't know, it kind of suits him a lot actually.
Yes, but also like if you're taking more units as well, it also like makes it more of a problem for you to get through your own fucking army with Butchers as well. You're like,
Oh,
I
if
need.
only I had a solo with precision strike.
Well,
Oh
it's not even
no!
if you get bogged down like killing enemy models inside your own melee ranges of your own units. You're like, God damn it! Now I have to kill like all of my own shit to get out because
All right, yeah.
homicidal maniac is such a bad rule. Like,
Yeah. It's
I haven't really had the problem because he's usually the alpha for me. But yeah,
yeah, like, yeah,
I
homicidal.
don't. I also don't drop him in a lot of matchups, so it's I don't know. He's just been fun when I can drop him.
Yeah, I played him. I played when I was playing Moraine for a while. I don't remember who I played against, but it was one of the Europeans, and they played Butcher into Moraine, and I was like, these two casters are not equal. Like they're they're not equal, and yeah, Moraine basically got to Butcher, and Butcher died in the full camp. Like,
Oh damn!
yeah, Butcher died in the full camp to Moraine. So yeah, not not great. Definitely not.
No, that's probably not a matchup I would play Butcher in, to be fair.
Yeah, not a matchup. You'd think on paper, maybe it's not bad because you have a bunch of spell warded models, and you're like, turns out she doesn't have to cast Mortality to win games still. Like, you can just Battle Lust and just blow shit up anyways.
Yep.
Because Dusk.
I had a thought about Butcher with a Guard Guest. Just like, okay, if you damage this, it threatens 15.
Yeah, it seems good on the paper, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
if it get damaged, it get one rounded. So I think.
yeah, like that's not awful, but like there's also just now you've got
Yeah, you don't have the orange fit to make him like more survivable. So it's armor 18.
yeah. I
That's
always
hard.
I always just played Butcher for his feet. Was like, okay, I'm because I always thought that was the best part of his card.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts just returning not Grotton, the other stuff.
Axer, Ulcor.
Yeah.
And like Nexus and all of them back to the table again. You're like, can you kill this again? Like,
From full health? Can
yeah.
you?
Yeah, and you just drop it like in the scenario. You're like, well, I'm going to place this guy in this terrain piece. I'm going to place you on the flag. And you're just dropping solos all over the scenario.
Right. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing in the last Steamroller.
Yeah.
Just coming in and scoring.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could play so much looser with like your solos. You're like, I don't care. Like, kill them. They'll be back. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's pretty gross. Like being able to bring back Akers and all these other like the super chunky models that can be incredibly backbreaking. Like I was running like basically a Rust list kind of thing, but with just Butcher, and he'd go in, kill a few models, and then with Hunter's Mark, be able to deliver, and then. But it was just okay. Like, it was whatever. It's just
Yeah.
which,
I think
which
it has some matchups where it's actually pretty good, but they're pretty limited, and I don't even know if it's actually good into a list pair. So I don't know.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I came to terms with is like, yeah, Butcher has like a couple super solid matchups. Like Necrofactorum is a good one he could play into, and like he's got some matches. But you're like, but then I have to like basically play like my pairing becomes so much weaker because I have Butcher in here that I can only play into maybe 5% of games.
Yeah. So maybe not a thing.
But yeah, like that's the only thing with Orgoth is like the caster power disparity is so high. Like you have basically Harusk, Sabrith, Kishtar, and then everybody else is like basically like C tier to D tier.
I haven't tried Oryx lately, but we thought him pretty good last year.
Yeah, but I've played a bit. Yeah, same. I was really enjoying him last year, and the balloon nerf, like he was
Oh
playing,
yeah, right. He did use the
and
balloons.
the windstorm nerf is really huge because you cannot like spread river how you used to do it.
And that's true. It's much more impactful on him because he really needs to stay safe.
Yeah, and so
For the
basically
horse.
I cannot play like what I was playing last year. It's basically like double balloon river spam. And that's not really good. If you have a gun line, I'm not enjoying the game.
Yeah. I think that the windstorm change basically removed the reavers for the most part. I mean, with the exception of like Assault Reavers and the Skirmishers are basically like removed from the game.
I'm still enjoying Assault River with Sabres, but yeah,
like as one of.
1 unit of Assault River, just for the banner, and it's still good. Just to put a bit more pressure, just to go contest on scenarios, stuff like that. You know they're gonna die. It's not you're not gonna keep them for like after turn 3. They're usually dead.
Yeah, I ran them for a little while with like putting IR on them and then running them forward and having them dig in. And you're like,
I
well,
I like them into creeks because prey and silence of death make them like trade into sludge. Thrall really good.
yeah, yeah. I guess that could be good. I mean, it's still a little awkward. I mean, I guess it's not as awkward with evasive because you can drag them in, and if they evasive 2 inches away, then you can still hit them anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not awful if you wanted to go that route. But yeah, I mean, they're again, Orgoth is fine. They're just uninspiring.
Yeah, I hope the new cadre will be good. Will change a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm again like less than hopeful on the new Orgoth stuff, considering like all the Orgoth releases as of late have been heavily handcuffed.
Yeah.
Looking at Oryax and Butcher, they have been heavily handcuffed.
Yeah.
I mean, true.
Well, I mean, Oryax definitely had to be fixed because he was broken.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit too much fixing now.
Yeah, well, again, they just couldn't figure out how to fix him properly, so they just kind of like put some generic shit on him and kicked him out the door. So he definitely seems unfinished. And I was pushing hard for him to be in the update, to get relooked at again because he needs to get relooked at again. But they decided to rework Kishtar again for like the third time.
Yeah, Eric, just for you to know, we're on. Some guy is streaming the game. Well, was streaming the game, so you're on.
Oh,
I guess you were gonna cut something at some point, but yeah.
gotcha.
And yeah, so you played a bit the Tarask?
The Tarrasque, yeah, I played the Tarrasque for a little bit. Like again, I don't know if it's good enough to stay in the lists, but it has like some matchups that it's pretty good into.
Yes, exactly.
Real good into
That
obviously. It's good in Chimera, it's good into, but also like what do you put in for those 9 points? You know what I mean? Like what do you jamming in the list that the Harass just doesn't give you?
usually it's like a barrage unit or a Tarask, something like that. Not exactly the same role, but in terms of point, you can spare, let's say.
Sure. Because you're already playing like one barrage unit, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But if like Calder or Wolf are super popular, I think yeah, Tarask could be a thing for August.
It could be. But yeah, it's hit or miss. Like I still think that the champion actually is decently fine with Harusk as
How
well.
the
Like,
champion.
what was that?
But you have so many things you want to take. That's the issue.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying the champion instead of like the Tarrasque. Like you drop the Tarrasque
Oh, and you
you
put 2 champion.
yeah, you play double champion instead of the Tarrasque.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think I would prefer that as well, because the Tarrasque is cumbersome, let's say, and it's not always good.
Yeah, and it definitely can be a liability in like some matchups where your opponent can slam it and it goes bowling and knocks down half of your army because of that. You're like, well, shit.
True.
But yeah, like I do think the champions are still good enough to play, but yeah, they're just not as insane as they used to be. But
I agree. I would take a champion over Alexis nowadays, and especially with Horask.
I mean,
Yeah, Alexis is out of the list, I think.
I don't even know if Alexis is even seen play at this point. Like
Yeah.
I haven't put any lists.
No,
But yeah, the champion, especially if units come back again, like being able to get in there and just like be a potential Mat 9 thresher that's just gonna like can still one shot multi-one infantry models. Like it's pretty good.
for sure. Like you kind of want the punch as well.
Yeah, you can. As like second row of assault.
Yeah. So yeah, I would absolutely consider putting champs in with Horask. I like them with him.
Yeah, I think that's if you're gonna play them anywhere, it would be with Rusk. Like
Yeah, not so much with anyone else.
yeah,
Oh yeah, but it was the case before. I think you didn't really play it. Maybe with Butcher, but
Nah, don't really see it. I mean, you take the keepers obviously with almost everyone, but
yeah.
I don't think you play the champions with anyone other than Horask. That's my view at least.
and you can
I
play
agree.
them a bit wider too, and be okay with it because of the blade shield. If you're not wrecking Windstorm, then it lets them be a little more okay. On a flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do still think that they're good enough to play in quite a few matchups, especially like if you're running into a Calder list where like, oh yeah, Calder comes in and blows out your front line, and you get to basically blow out her front line with 2 champions. And you only need what 6s to hit. Seems
Pretty
fine.
good. Yeah, and you have like rerolls if you want.
Yeah, exactly. And you can reroll. Like, unfortunately, you don't get to like sidestep and all that shit anymore. So like but so the positioning matters a lot more than it did before. But if you can position them well and you kind of know where your opponent's going to be, and it's you got something there. And they're also just even with her, just like anything with Harusk's feet, they're hard to kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this year might be another year though of legacy armies resurging.
A lot of legacy is really good, I think.
There are a lot of really good legacy armies out there right now.
Yeah, I play a bit of Crucible. They are pretty good.
Crucible Guard, really? I haven't seen any Crucible Guard. They're pretty solid.
Oh, I find it good. They struggle a bit like if you have a 14 plus threat range because you outrange the shooting of the Colossal. But if you're below, it's pretty strong, I think. Shoot hard, fight hard, like the 7-point Arthur Trooper, going pretty easily to po 19 on the charge, but even po 21.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
I also think that Dragon's Host is super strong right now, and no one's playing that. Like they're super slept on.
Yeah, I think there's like a couple in the leagues here in Europe at least that play them.
yeah, we have
Oh.
one of the French player playing that.
Yeah, Avi 2 and Callus 2. Even Thags is pretty good now too, I guess. Like Thags 2 is now that he got decel, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I
I think
mean, Mag is also pretty good, I think. Like all
yeah,
of those casters.
yeah, all those casters are pretty solid. But yeah, I do think there's something. There's definitely something there with Dragon's Host.
For sure.
Like they're super strong. Obviously, Infernals are still incredibly strong. There's been a resurgence of Menoth as well.
Yeah, they won the Norwegian Masters, but I don't know. They feel so. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Like I said, I am in that same boat as you. I look at that army and I'm like, everything threats like 9 inches to 11 inches. Like, how are you getting up the table?
What was the caster? What was the caster used?
I think it was he won listed Sirenia. Yeah,
Sirenia?
This is
yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like casual Menot player in France, but they're all playing Krios. And I think, yeah, it's pretty, I guess, bad.
Curious is not very good, but I mean, yeah, Sirenia does have one of those scenario fits that can be pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
but yeah, there's been a lot of people playing Menoth I've seen. Like, I don't know if it, like I said, I'm not convinced it's good, but they're playing it. What else have I seen? Oh, Striker 3, kind of in that same vein of like his army's pretty slow, but they hit like trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played against one last year, German Master, but you know, we had double balloon. It's like just the balloon win the game.
Yep.
Because it's
Yeah.
single wound unit, so like you hit, you kill, you hit, you kill, and as you say, it's like charging 10 or something. So
Yeah, I mean, Ordiak seems just fine there. Like between like Soulfire machine guns and balloons, like you're just killing their whole army before they even get to you.
yeah,
Yeah, that seems
Like I think Pharaoh could be something. Like you can. They got quite a lot of buffs. So their infantry is really cheap, and you have Battle Lust on a caster. So there could be something there.
what caster?
What's his face? Shit. Now I have
Midas.
to look it up. Midas, yeah.
Oh, Midas. Yeah,
oh, the pig. Oh, okay.
yeah, pig. Like there's a Pharaoh player that plays here locally by us, and they're also playing a lot of Carver as of late too. And I don't remember Carver. I look at Carver and I'm like, man, he's a defense 15, armor 17. I was like, man, I don't remember that caster being that durable. But I was like, okay, well, and now
Yeah.
they're playing Carver with Invictus too, like because you can do that now. So like, I don't know if it's good, but some people are trying.
I don't really see why you would. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, you want some good work outside of his battle group, I guess. But yeah, no, I think I can see it. But sure. Yeah, Carver's pretty good. I think Midas has some game. Like he has a really good spell list, like Hex Blast, Calamity, Battle Lust, Avenging Force, Bond of Gristle and Bone. It's just that he
Yeah.
has no feet.
True.
And not enough focus for everything.
But he kind of does, because he can upkeep by suffering damage, and then he can be healed by his support unit.
Oh, okay.
So he kind of can. But he kind of low-key hates losing the Arcane Forces card. That was not good for him.
Yeah. Like, now it makes it really hard for him to like get Calamity out there. He's got to use the bone grinders to give him like to make it or a range 12, right?
Yeah, and like a repo card, I guess there exists a repo card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can get. Okay, he can get elusive. That's not very good. What can he get? He can get lightning strike, I guess, from a roadhog, but then he actually needs to charge something, and he threatens 9, so maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, I do like pigs quite a bit too. They're interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like Pharaoh Commandos, they have AD, they have Ambush, Pathfinder, Fen Death, Prowl, Death 13, Arm 14.
Yeah.
They cost 5 points.
And
Like,
all of the Pharaoh units like went to defense 13, which is, I mean, pretty solid.
pretty huge. Then you have the Brigands with Dig In as well, and like really solid shooting, especially with Calamity. And like the Slaughterhousers with Finisher and potentially Battlelust.
And brigands with assault are actually super good because like they have dual attack and assault, so they actually get two gunshots in an activation.
They actually don't have dual attack.
Don't they not? I thought they had dual attack.
No, they
No,
only
they
have
have
assault.
CRA.
Oh, well, okay, forget that. No dual attack.
Still pretty good, but not that good.
I only get one.
Maybe they had that thought and they're like, no, can't have that.
Yeah.
No dual attack. Unfortunate. Does the officer have dual attack?
No.
No, I think it just has 2 guns.
Unfortunate for piglies.
Yeah, he has 2 guns and gives them rerolls on their attack roll and prey. So it can be POW 14 based. And it's their prey target.
But yeah, there are a lot of I do think this will be potentially a year where there will be a lot of legacy armies that come back that people aren't expecting.
Yeah, like Firon might come back. That bastard. I thought we were rid of him. And like, yeah, what's her? Shit, Gareth is pretty good as well. And like the other Retribution army as well with Assyria is also good.
I think there's many Issyria, the rest of the caster are like, not really great.
In that army, yeah, it's just Assyria, but still, she pretty much. You only need one caster, right?
Yeah, Matthias played only Issyria on 2023, no? Or he played another caster.
I think you'd be surprised at how good I played against Virus a few weeks ago, and actually he's pretty solid. His feat with these live scenarios is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's probably better with the scenario packet. Yeah.
Like just being able to like just keep randomly contesting like the scenario every time you kill a guy. Like, oh, this guy's here now. This guy's now here. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit. Convergence is probably good as well.
Yeah, it's too awkward. it's something you never saw, so I think you gonna be catch by surprise.
Yeah, very possible.
The mechanic of the army is like not trivial. So yeah.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there are not that many convergence players, so it's probably you wouldn't see. I don't think you see very many of them anyways, even if convergence was good, because there's not many of those armies floating around.
That's true. I mean, shit. Soldiers of Fortune are probably really solid as well. Like Ashlyn Fate, Magnus Fate, Damiano Fate. Really cheap units. Really cheap Warrior X. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously like Grimkin and still a thing.
Yeah. Oh, and fuck, don't get me started on Dark Operations and Texas.
Yeah.
Like the new solo is a monstrosity. The new super solo.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun in there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he will have support. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, God, Dark Vex is coming back again. God, I'm not looking forward to that either.
No, he's also a pretty good scenario caster.
Yep.
And yeah, he handles units pretty well.
yeah, he only had units.
Yeah. You know what? Also, like I'm curious why it died, but like Italian charter. Like, can you imagine again, like Fiona with the pirate boat again? You're like, yeah, this is still a thing. Why
Yeah.
why stop playing that?
yeah, top 4+. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, 4+ time. Of like, oh, I have all
no
this.
KD. No KD. Top 4+ no KD because yeah.
Oh, and that feat as well, like a time walk feat. Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, why did people stop playing Fiona with because she is still absolutely bananas.
Yeah. Thanks. I hate it. Ugh. I had forgotten all of these things existed, and it was a nice existence. But now I know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like it's these
Yeah, but
legs
in the
just
end,
start.
I'm not sure you're gonna see so much of that because yeah, no one is playing them anymore. I think, or not so much people.
It's true. I don't know how popular they actually will be at the WTC, but you know, the more
Yeah,
experienced and hard-working teams or like top teams might actually go for something like this. Like, there's a
like
bigger chance this year because they're more of a dark horse. Like, no one is playing them, but they're still
yeah,
really, really good.
That's kind of the power that I have seen with like legacy armies is so typically Mark IV armies are really good like all comers where they are very flexible. They can cover a lot of different things. But legacy armies, like you have access to so many more models, so you can like build a crazy skew. And most Mark IV armies cannot deal with crazy skews.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you show up with like 40 dudes that are all like, "Oh, I'm depth 17 or above, and you can't hit me," and you're like, "Whoa, shit!" Like, what do I do in this situation?
Yeah.
Like I did not plan for this. Did not plan for seeing Fiona with like 60 pirates. Like shit.
True. True. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year, I think. Wait, Devourosaurus, don't they have like a thing as well? Ah,
Uh,
okay, I guess Wormwood isn't that great.
yeah, Wormwood isn't nearly as good as it used to be. Kruger obviously isn't as good as he used to be either.
No.
So I mean, Wormwood is still fine.
Yeah.
Like Stranglehold is still very powerful, obviously.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, like the Wolf Riders. I think that's what I was
oh
thinking
yeah,
about.
well, yeah, the Wolf Riders are crazy nuts. Like
Yeah,
they go over the place. They go wherever they want. Like one unit of Wolf Riders covers the whole board.
yeah, totally crazy. But no, I thought they had like a scenario fleet or something, but it's not really. I guess it's Wormwood, but that's not really too impactful
No.
all over the table.
No, not really. Like, yeah, I don't foresee that happening. But like the amount of like defensive feats that some of these armies can bring is pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would not be surprised if some of the teams had like 2 Mark IV armies and then like the other 3 were like crazy defensive feats for legacy armies. They're like, yeah, okay, get to how am I gonna fight against Magnus 2 again? Like, oh shit, this guy exists.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
again,
you
like,
kind of don't have it in your muscle memory how you fight them. So
yeah, you haven't seen them in like 2 or 3 years. You're like, oh yeah,
exactly.
like, yeah, I remember this was a problem, but I don't remember why. And then, oh, there it is.
Suddenly you remember.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, well, that's game.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure talking to you, but it's dinner time over here.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. You have a good one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have a good one,
see you,
guys.
man.
See
Bye
you
bye.
later. Bye.